Hi guys, this is Drew Craig with GuitarPlayerUniversity.com. This is a video about taking proper care of your instrument so that after several years it doesn't look like this guitar right here. This is an early 30s Gibson, and as you can see, it has seen more than I have in my life. It's seen more wear and tear. It's probably been to more places than I've ever been. But this guitar hasn't been that well maintained, but we're going to show you how to prevent stuff like this happening to your instruments. Obviously the pick scratching is one thing, but there's a lot of precautions we can take that'll keep our guitars from wearing, and getting old. And we're going to look at some of the products that we can use on our guitar. And I recommend this. The sooner you start taking care of your guitar, the better it's going to look, the better. If you ever decide to sell it, you could sell it for more money. All my guitars that I've taken care of, that I've bought since they were brand new, they look like they're still brand new, or at least after a quick polish, change of strings, they will look and play like they did when I first bought them. And that's something that I take very seriously. I have several guitars, and taking proper care of them is a full-time job. It takes me a lot of money and a lot of time to keep 7 or 8, maybe even 10, possibly 12 guitars with fresh strings and polished up, keeping them sounding right and keeping their fretboards conditioned. And these are all things we're going to talk about in this video. So let's look at some of the products. Alright guys, so here's some of the various products I use on a daily basis to keep my guitars alive. Obviously, polishing cloths. Now this is a standard polishing cloth you could get at any guitar store. This is one that I actually got at Trader Joe's. I use both of them. It's a very soft cloth. There you go. Whoops. And anything soft really is going to work. And that's really important. You don't want to use a t-shirt or something. You want to get some real soft cloth. Something you can snuggle up with, And over here we just have some basic tools. We have wire clippers for changing strings, an adjustable wrench. This is more for electric guitars, for adjusting pots, stuff like that, tightening stuff. Acoustic guitars have less parts like that you have to tighten. So for acoustic guitars you probably wouldn't need this. These 3 bottles here are a set that Gibson sells of high gloss polish, fretboard conditioner, and string cleaner / lubricant. I think these are about 15 bucks, maybe 10 bucks for all 3. Good deal, because ordinarily you'd be buying all 3 of these separately. So it's kind of nice to get everything at once. And obviously Gibson promotes taking proper care of your instruments as well, and I appreciate that. Here's just a set of strings. Gonna need those. For all you beginners out there, just buy a bunch of strings. You're gonna need them. They're cheap. If they're old, they're gonna sound like crap, and they're gonna be hard to play. They're gonna be hard on your fingers. They're gonna be rusty. I change my strings every 2 weeks because I play all the time. So I suggest you do the same if you're serious about playing a lot. And then over here, this stuff is called Legend. I came across this polish a long time ago, and as a matter of fact, this is the first bottle. I'm still using it. It goes a long way. You don't need to use very much. This stuff works excellent. This gets your guitar looking like the way it did when you bought it on the floor. Like it really looks brand new after using this polish. So I'm going to walk you through a few of these products, how to use them, and on some acoustic guitars and electric guitars. This is basically my Larrivee acoustic guitar. Just to talk about a few things before we get started with these products. There are a lot of precautions you need to take outside of polishing your guitar, conditioning your guitar, stuff like that. They're very important. Number 1, check out my blog if you haven't yet on how to care for your guitar. It goes into more detail than I'm going to right now about how to take care of your acoustic instruments. But the most important thing is humidity, especially in the wintertime. I live in the Midwest and we have the seasons. When you turn on that gas heater, your whole house dries up. You may feel it, you may not even realize it, but when you have that thing running all day, it just keeps getting drier and drier and drier. Those of you that have built-in humidifiers, I am envious of you. I don't have that. So my guitar rooms, I keep everything at about 50% humidity, well, in between 40 and 50%. And I monitor it constantly, and it's very important that you do that. Otherwise, what will happen is your guitar will literally crack to pieces throughout the winter. I've seen beautiful instruments just get cracked to pieces from dryness. People who are unaware of these things. And it's really sad to see this happen, and I don't want this to happen to anybody. So just take proper care of the humidity. So you can get a humidifier for like 60 bucks or something. As a matter of fact, I got one for 70 bucks that not only reads the humidity, but it's got a little like thermostat-esque type of thing that will, if it's too dry, it'll add humidity. If it's too humid, it just will turn off. So that's kind of nice because that way it's not going all the time. It's only going when you need it to go. So check that out. Definitely recommend it for the winter time. If you live down in Florida, you don't have anything to worry about. It's so humid down there. You got nothing to worry about all year round. Your guitar will be fine. So Let's walk through a couple of these products to my left. High gloss polish. This is pretty self-explanatory. Have you ever, basically polished your car? Same thing. Put a little bit of this on a rag, wipe the whole surface of the guitar. It'll be a little bit cloudy looking. I just usually let it